Tell me, there was a lot of questions why he didn't put tariffs on Russia.
It's very simple, because they are not exchanging anything. And actually, whatever Russia is producing for the United States is in a position of monopoly. You know, United States is using the uranium of Russia. You are going to tell me you can find uranium everywhere in the world, especially in Australia. But this is not that simple. When you are building a nuclear facility, you are indexing the engine on a very specific type of isotope. And you cannot switch isotope from one to another source. This is exactly what Westinghouse have been trying with the facility of Zaporozhye. They wanted, in fact, to switch the Russian fuel to another source of fuel, and it might have been blowing up the entire facility. That would have been even worse than Chernobyl. And actually, Zaporozhye is a facility that is 4 times bigger than Chernobyl. So basically, if this facility was blowing up, the life in Europe was gone. And this is the reason why they have been stopping. Therefore, when you are in a position of monopoly, why you would put tariff knowing that you are going to pay for it? And therefore, this is going to generate inflation, especially when you know that this commodity is about, in fact, to produce energy for you. And you want a cheap energy in the way that your production or your transportation is going to be affordable. So this is the reason why they haven't been putting a tariff on Russia. This is exactly the same thing on antimonium and titan. Russia is the major producer of those commodities. So therefore, as soon as you know that you are in a monopoly position, you are in front of them and you're like, why should I pay something more than what I should pay it?
Yeah. And tell me, what about this answer from China? China decided to rebound, to also increase tariffs for United States. What they want to accomplish with this?
It's very simple. Who is producing all the goods in the world for everybody? China. So what China is having now is a major productivity capacity. They can address any kind of market. And they have their own market, which is representing 1.4 billion people. United States market is 4 times smaller than their own market. They can address the market in India with 1.6 billion people. They can address in South Asia. They can address in Europe. They still have 5.6 billion people that can consume. So therefore, why struggling with the United States? They are saying, okay, guys, you want to play this hardball game? Let's play chicken together. We will see who is going to win. And actually, on a financial point of view, China is in a much better position than the United States. Look at what has been happening at the beginning of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. In 2022, January, Vladimir Putin has been calling Xi Jinping, telling him that the conflict would be not avoidable. What Xi Jinping has been discussing with the bankers has been saying, guys, let's get rid of the dollar. So basically, they have been selling for $850 billion in bonds, and they haven't been buying back. And what is happening right now in China is that they are waiting for the bonds they are owning from America to go to maturity, but they are not replacing it. And who was the major bondholder in terms of country, not of groupment of country like Europe? That was China. So therefore, what is going to happen at the moment, United States will have to roll out the $9 trillion in the next 3 years. They will not have any buyers. And therefore, they wouldn't have any other choice than to use the quantity easing mechanism for the federal bank to buy the debt of the US government. And this is going to be a hell of inflation. We are going into a stagflation mechanism because there will be no production, no consumer, no consumption, and a very high price. Where United States is going with this logic, I have absolutely no idea. This is not looking good.